I hope you're enjoying the pictures I'm sharing with you from eBay. Yeah, I love looking for antiques on eBay. I really do, and I'm gonna keep doing it. It's a lot of fun to do it, and you're probably thinking, well, why didn't he do that a long time ago? Well, I don't know. When you're limited on time, when the library opens and closes, it's hard. You got a million things on your mind. It kind of reminds me of Rockefeller. Yeah, when they first refined oil, I've seen a documentary on this. When they first refined oil, gasoline was thrown away in fields because gasoline had no purpose. And Rockefeller poured a little bit of the so-called waste, into a glass jar, and he says it's got to be useful. It's got to be useful. Keyword useful for something. And here for years they was refining oil and throwing away gasoline in the fields because it was worthless. There was no use for it. But when Rockefeller, he collected some in a jar and looked at it, he said it's got to be useful for something. It's always the little things. And I love how the narrator of the documentary says, and the answer to that problem was in front of his face all the time. Even the big entrepreneurs, even rich people overlook the little things. And so I thought, why not uh, the antiques I see on eBay? Why not make video pictures of them? So that's what I'm doing. Hope you're enjoying them, and I enjoy making them. I really do. It's a lot of fun, and see the trick to this video business. See, I know here's how smart common sense I have. I have a lot of. I'm like my grandpa Redden. I already know how busy you are. I already know you ain't got time. So why not bring it to you? Why not bring it to you? It's sort of like I'm catering to you. 99 times out of 100, you won't get on eBay. Even though looking at my videos of those antique pictures throws you to death, you're too busy. I already know that. You got kids, you got family, you got worries. I already know that. So I'm bringing it to you. Obviously, my revenue will increase, my views will increase. But I thought, why not do that? Why not? So from now on, I want to, as long as I ain't breaking no rules, as long as it's okay with the YouTube. I don't see why it wouldn't be okay with YouTube, because I'm not advertising a seller. If you'll notice, and what I do to the title to make myself, I guess you could say, to seem more legal. I don't know if it makes sense or not here, but the title I copy is accurate. It's from the seller. It's accurate, but I add to it. In other words, if you copy and paste my title of the video and you go to eBay, it may not come up. So I'm not promoting. And that might, for example, the odometer video I made, antique pictures. There may be only one seller. Well, that doesn't mean I break any rules. No, as long as you have to do it yourself. In other words, as long as I'm not promoting anybody, all I'm doing is pictures. So, but what I do, I add a little bit to the title so you can't copy and paste and go directly to the seller, uh, unless there's just only one item there. Well, I don't think I'm breaking any rules at all. I think I would be if I'd be promoting a seller, but I'm not going to do that. But I enjoy doing it. As long as it's legal, I'll keep doing it. I was thinking about that. I said, well, hold on. I was talking to myself. I was thinking, no, as long as you don't answer yourself, you're all right. I was talking to myself. I was thinking, why not do that? I mean, I love looking at antiques on eBay. Everybody else would. So bring it to you, because I know you're too busy. What tickles me here about people being busy? They're really not. Don't get mad at me. I'll explain. I've said this other times in my other videos. Let me explain. My great grandma, that was my dad's grandma. She lived to be 97. She passed away in 1991. And me and Dad was in the living room with her one time, probably about around 1989, 1990. Anyway, my dad asked her. He said, "Yeah, I witnessed this. I was present." My dad asked her uh, about people being busy. You know what I'm saying? And she said, and I quote, she said, "That's hogwash." She says, "Here I had 12 kids. I had 12 kids." She said, "Oh, she said, I don't believe in people not having time." She says, she chuckled a little bit. She says, I don't believe that. People tell me, oh, they ain't got time for this or that. She said, I don't believe that. She said, I had 12 kids. And she said, what do you know? And, my dad's name was Woody. She said, what do you know? I even ran the store, mom and pop store, and I still had time for people. Now, don't get mad at me, but I do not buy when I hear people say, oh, I ain't got time. I don't, unless you got 100 kids. No, I don't buy that. I really don't. My great grandma, she said she still had time, but she had 12 kids. Anyway, people say they ain't got time. So since they think they ain't got time, I'm bringing the picture antique picture videos to you. I think that's a lot of common sense on my part. Enjoy.